I barely found out we could bet on politics.
Kid, you can, but we have to. We have to go to Canada.
Vegas doesn't take those bets.
I don't know.
It's unpatriotic.
Oh.
I'm not saying that.
So we should do it on Patreon.
That's stupid.
We'd have to go like Cuba or some.
Welcome back to another very degenerate episode of The Careful Boys, where today we are going to continue our amazing betting streak of win, lose, win, lose, win, lose.
Can't stop winning, actually.
We're on a hot streak.
Hot streak of this.
Wait, what are we betting on now?
We are betting if Biden is going to drop out.
Dude, put all the money on it.
Oh, 100%.
My God.
It's already been announced.
Let's really?
That's our money from last time.
Everybody who bets with me gets paid.
I thought it was leaked, not announced.
It was leaked. It was leaked. It was leaked.
Is it official?
So no, it's not official. This guy Mark Halperin, who I think he's a Newsmax reporter. He's affiliated with them. He says that he has multiple sources saying that Biden's about to drop out.
Charlie Kirk said too.
This was yesterday day, but Charlie Kirk is citing the same thing. I saw what you're talking about.
Aren't they just saying that he's accepting?
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Fine.
The newest of the new is that this is actually a play being made against Biden. They're basically forcing him out by making the attention so crazy and acting like he's already agreed to leave, so that the pressure just is mounting and mounting and
So
mounting.
everyone's like, good.
Because the speechwriter that they mentioned in that Mark Halperin tweet, he said, I'm not making a speech about this, because they said Halperin's already writing the speech, right? That's what I sent you guys yesterday. That's not, he says no, or not Halperin's writing the speech. This guy who's like one of Biden's speechwriters, he says, I'm not writing a speech. So that means, you know, that leads people to believe that this is a play.
Other speechwriters writing it?
Apparently, there's a lot of dysfunction right now in the Democratic Party.
That's apparent, actually.
And they don't know who the nominee is going to be. I don't know why they waited this long to play these moves. But the leak is Biden is not going to give up the seat, and he's not going to endorse Kamala's.
Which is crazy too.
He's not?
No.
He's not going to endorse Kalama.
That feels so backstabbery. Why would you like to not endorse the person that you're campaigning for?
Because he doesn't want to leave. Look, perception is not always reality, right? Like, we see Kamala and Joe standing together and we go, they're buds, they're homies. And they talk on the news and Joe's like, she's so qualified, she should be the next president, all this shit. And then, like, yeah, there's internal wars happening, like what happened with Mike Pence and Trump.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, he's not in, he didn't ask him to be VP again. Why? Because he got backstabbed by Pence.
There you go. And so I think that now we're at a point in history where Democrat convention is like in a month. They have to put everything on the table right now. I actually think what they'll do is leak the Hur tapes. Those tapes. Remember Robert Hur, the special counsel who was interviewing Biden for his own documents case about having classified material that he shouldn't have had, like in an unsecure location. During the deposition that Biden gave to Hur mentioned that he wouldn't prosecute Biden for violating the law, having these documents in this way, because he came across as like a kind old man who just didn't know what the fuck was going on, which is a crazy thing to say about a sitting president of the United States. Yeah. So that led people like Adam Schiff, who is a ranking congressperson, to say, and I think he's running for Senate right now, to say to her, hey, why'd you put all that in the report? That was a fucked up thing to put in the report. Now all these people on the right are using that to blast Joe Biden. Like, you had no business putting that in the report. Aren't you biased? Aren't you a registered Republican? All this shit. Guess who just said Biden should step down yesterday?
Adam Schiff.
These people.
All the Democratic leadership is telling him to step down.
But how do you go from hearing that and knowing that Joe Biden there's something not right, and you're just blaming her, using politics on her, instead of going like, oh shit, our president's like maybe incapacitated in some way, like we should warn Americans. All these Democrat voters who voted for Joe Biden are about to get completely disenfranchised. And all the Democrat leaders are about to just completely replace him without a vote. But they're the party of democracy. It cracks me up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, without a vote.
Did you see how they were a bunch of CNN journalists and leadership was walking out, and then they were like, this other journalist was like trying to interview them and say, hey, so why did you call people conspiracy theorists when they were just trying to say that Joe Biden isn't of sound mind? You guys are saying it now. Why do you wait so late? He's been having Alzheimer's and dementia for a couple of years now. Yeah. And now all of a sudden, it's like, you guys have any report to that? And then it was like, who are you taking your orders from? And I was like, oh, fuck.
So I think what could happen, right, as a final way to force them out is for them to release these tapes that Biden has. Because it was all tape deposition. When he was talking to Robert Hur about the classified documents case, it was taped deposition. So Republican leaders have been trying to force those tapes to be released because they want to use it as a political weapon to hit Joe Biden.
See how off he is?
Right.
Like, yeah.
Not because they care about the country and all this shit. Like, fuck, come on, it's politics, right? Obviously. But once they release those tapes, I think Joe Biden will have
So
to.
it's basically the aptitude test he was avoiding taking, but just in a different form.
Yeah,
When did that deposition happen?
months ago. Yeah.
So they gave out the candidates that were possibility. It was Miss Kalama, and it was 2 other guys.
Yeah, the, what's his name? Josh Shapiro.
Yeah, Josh
Pennsylvania
Shapiro.
governor.
And then, wait, Pennsylvania governor?
Pennsylvania governor.
Who's the other guy?
You have to give me a name, I don't remember.
Okay.
That was the main guy, though, that they were leaking.
Shapiro. Huh?
They said like 3 others or something.
They did.
I don't think there's a chance of winning for the left if Biden's not going to do it
You
again.
think he was the best shot?
Yeah.
I think they need a sub with like a superstar.
Like Gavin Newsom.
In the political side of things, maybe. Or fucking like The Rock or some shit. Like they need to pull some. They need to pull some fucking.
The Rock kind of swerved though, because he.
But like someone like of that caliber, you know, where like
Like Oprah Winfrey?
yeah, like that, like boom. Oh, okay.
The savior.
Like a superstar.
What about Whoopi? Whoopi Goldberg.
Like Kanye.
Oh, Michelle Obama. She would have been, the one.
Yeah.
I think Michelle Obama has a standing chance. I think.
But the weird thing is that if them still have that thing of vote blue no matter who, then if they stay true to that, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't
right?
matter.
I don't think it's ringing true. Like that.
There are a lot of people that are Democrat that like the Young Turks. They're saying, why do we have Biden? He needs to be replaced. There's Andrew Yang has his own party, but he's been saying for a year now, we need to replace Biden. So even Bill Maher, the biggest leftist of them all, is starting to question the radical left.
Oh, he's been doing that. He's been questioning the radical left. But I'd say the biggest leftists are the kingmakers, right? Like what's his name? Who helped put Obama in office? Fucking name escapes me right now. But he was like the Karl Rove for Obama. Oh. He's been skeptical about Biden for the past couple months. Yeah. So, and he has a podcast, and he's been talking about that. So, I think Biden. I think they're going to force him out. I don't even think because he doesn't want to leave. Obviously,
he's like a grandpa that doesn't want to give up his driver's license.
Does he even know where he's at?
He has the delegates.
One of his personalities definitely can do it.
I think he could probably do it between the hours of 6 a.m. and 10 a.m.
6 a.m. and 8 a.m.
Yeah, 6 a.m. That's it.
The fact that he has sundowning is so crazy.
It's crazy. There's no way he lasts 4 years. That's the thing.
My grandma had Alzheimer's, and at 99, she was more sharper than Joe Biden.
He shouldn't work. He should just retire and just.
Yeah, just let him have a nice fourth quarter.
Yeah, for real, dude. Like
It's elder abuse at this point.
Dude, he's a 2-minute warning, bro. This is end of the game.
getting close.
As an unbiased and objective person in general, I just want to know what the odds are if we bet on him.
71% chance that he drops out right now.
71%.
Yeah.
We putting the pile on it?
Can we still do it right now?
It's moving though, because it was just lower than that yesterday.
What if we could
So we should have bet
72%
earlier.
right now.
Shoot.
I just refreshed it.
What if we predict who's gonna replace him? That's better off.
That is better off.
Now
No
we're
idea,
talking.
I have no idea.
So Kamala Harris is at 51% to replace him right now. Who's going to be the Democrat nominee? Kamala Harris 51%, Joe Biden 30 still. 30 still. Wow.
What about VP pick? Do you think
With Biden in there, he's still at 30%.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Joey Behar.
For those bets, though, if you bet early enough, does the odds change?
No, you hold your bet whenever you place it.
So you get the odds based on the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I should
The
have bet
harder
earlier.
you click it, the better.
Yeah, the people who were betting that he was going to leave like months ago, like when we were saying he's going to leave.
We should have done it then, because we've been saying.
We said in the last filming.
I know. No, we said it over a year ago. Yeah.
It was just if you watch him, it's like obvious. But then the media keeps gaslighting you about it and calling you a Nazi for saying so.
But then now they're all turning their back because they realize that like Trump's for sure gonna win.
But the have you guys seen this comparison where they're like Dems are saying that it's the same as we don't want to vote for Yoda because he talks funny, so let's get Palpatine in office.
Oh my god. You know what?
That's when
though?
Star Wars was good.
Yeah, seriously.
What up, guys? Thank you for watching us for so long. If you like what we do, please support our Patreon. Joe, tell them what we have to offer.
So, every week you get 2 videos. One, never released director's cut, and another one, 2 hot for YouTube, Patreon only. Every freaking week you get that, and you get access to our Discord where you can come chat with us.
And ask us questions that become episodes here because we're going to answer them and we're going to take it seriously and we want to give you the responses that you want. So come stay connected with us, join our Patreon, click the description below for full details.
What got me to feel like the DNC's fucked up is how they did Bernie.
100%.
Because I actually like Bernie, and I thought Bernie was the best opponent to Trump.
Yeah,
because
they
both
locked
of
him down.
them were like, you know, trying to talk about policies and things that matter to the average person.
Yes.
Where everybody else was kind of like, you're just pandering to like the elite.
Well, and that's all they seem to care about. Like,
Yeah.
that's all they talk to. They don't really go out and talk to normal people.
No, it's like they just wanted to be good pets to their sponsors.
Yeah.
And so even like Hillary's campaign, it was so focused. Like her slogan is "I'm with her." Like it's just the only thing she's got going for her is "I'm a woman."
Yeah.
And it's like, what? I don't know, man. It was just weird, right? And then the way that they did Bernie that bad, he had such a popular like support.
You can't run on "I've been in government forever. Now let me do something for you." You know what I mean? It's hard to run on that.
Nah, it's hard.
That's why Bernie was swerving into Hillary so hard, and it was really effective.
But he had a really effective merch meme line.
Very merchy.
But then after that, I was like, something's going on in the party right now where there's a lot of maneuvers happening and...
But what scares the party so much, obviously we know, but about actually doing things for voters, like what Bernie was talking about, right? Actually doing things that will impact their day-to-day lives and not just this bullshit where we see, oh, they just didn't pass the Inflation Reduction Act. Cool. What's that going to do for anybody? Like, well, apparently it didn't decrease inflation, so thanks for that, guys.
Exactly. And so it's just a weird situation that's going on right now, even after, you know, with Tulsi being here and how she basically gave a pretty reasonable answer as to why she left the left. It's like, yeah, it's
the donors control the message, right? That's what she told them.
They don't work for the American people anymore. They only work for the corporations that sponsor them. And it used to be the party of like representing
the unions,
the union, the working class. I felt like when we were growing up, going to college, and then everyone was like rallied up against, you know, for Obama and all that. I think everybody did believe that the Democratic Party was the party for everybody that was the little man.
Yeah, and against the wars, right? 2004, John Kerry said, let's end the Iraq war and all this shit, bring them home, right?
Which is very weird to me because now the right is the party of the working man. Like, the right is the party of anti-war. You know what I mean?
Crazy, yeah.
And
I've never seen anything like it. Total pivot.
It's how did this happen?
We don't look. The thing about it though too is like, I hate to be cynical, but it's like even when Trump was in, he tells them, "Hey, take the troops out of Syria," and they're like, "No." So it's like. You can vote for whoever you want, but ultimately, I hate to be black-pilled about it.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. Because I don't actually think the president has as much power.
Well, no, I mean, you could just, if you look at what's happening to Biden now, obviously,
it is the most transparent
like,
display
who's
of presidential
running
power I've ever seen.
look at that, dude.
Who's really running shit?
If you've ever like had wonders about puppetry, like this is the best example.
So good.
I actually think it's the career bureaucrats that are in very like decision-making positions that aren't voted in. So, for example, right, like people that are in 3-letter agencies, CIA, FBI, whatever, right? You could be in there for decades. There's no term limit.
Yeah.
So if you're a president, you're only there for 4 years. First year is basically, well, the last year is in campaigning, right? So like, how many years do you actually have to work on anything long term?
Not much, yeah.
Yeah, so 3 years to actually get work done, but most of them you're like golfing and then like meeting people. Like, what are you actually doing? You're not, I don't know. And then the actual power that you have is, oh, okay, now you can like change the administration. You could fucking hire people. You can change people out, whatever. But it still doesn't change the people that are still working in a lot of these departments that will work there for decades.
That to me is what the game used to be. Like, perfect examples like Bush, like Bush Gore. It's like, here's two guys who could give a fuck about anybody who are running against each other, and the winner gets to hire all their friends to run all these agencies, and like that's like the
you get to award the contracts to who you want. Yeah. That's because that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And like Clinton, right? He would give his donors like access to the Lincoln bedroom, and like there's a whole list of that, and like a whole scandal about that. And he pardoned like one of his buddies named Mark Rich, who's like a multi-millionaire like investor in all these different things, help the Democrat Party. So it's all about just like a big game to help your buddies out and like help corporations.
Because that's how it happens in every level of government. Like when even for city, like comptroller. Like all these people, they just do that in smaller amounts.
Yeah, you give your buddies the
like
construction contract, you get the kickback in a different way.
Whose kids worked for Burisma, which was that gas company in Ukraine. It was Mitt Romney's son, right, and Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
They both got sick gigs, like making hundreds of thousands of dollars, just chilling.
Remember Sopa Pipa? Like the internet, whatever? Yeah. Well, guess what? After Obama left the presidency, he's on the board of Netflix. All these, he helped big tech. So like, the racket is the legal corruption. The way that we work is politicians, they work for the private sector after. Oh wow, it's so funny how the guys that are in the Department of fucking Energy or whatever is all of a sudden working for gas corporations afterwards. They're on their board.
Shocking.
Or presidents, they'll write a book, right? And then they'll do their tours. And then guess what? Oh my God, you're gonna get paid $250,000 to come to a dinner? Because you're worth that much. No, it's because you fucking helped all of these corporations out. And that's the handshake deal. Afterwards, you get paid. These are how presidents make money, because what's their salary? Like 200 grand a year?
Yeah, who's the head of the FDA? The guy who used to lead one of the biggest big pharma corporations there is. Like, it's all right there, transparent for you. But I'm mad about bathrooms. You go in the right bathroom.
That's why, like, I mean, I don't actually believe that who I vote for is really going to be doing anything for me. I think by coincidence, certain things work out where I could use that in my life. Like, oh, I could work with that. But it wasn't for me. Nothing's ever done for us.
Nope.
It just works out that way.
My platform is pump my fucking bags. Right? So if you're for crypto, I'm for you. Pumpmyfuckingbags.com.org. Give a fuck about. It's the only thing that will actually impact my fucking life is if you pump my fucking bag.
And if you pump the America's bags before you pump foreign bags. I would like that.
Yeah.
That's why it's like people talk about special interests, and it's like, well, you kind of want your special interest to win.
Correct.
Like if you're in the crypto industry, you want your NASCAR driver.
Solana.
So speaking of pumping bags, though,
Yeah.
Who are we betting on?
Who
Who are we putting our money on, yo?
Are we really gonna do a Biden bet?
dude. I mean, are we gonna win money?
It's new. It's just very new to us. I mean,
I just think we need to just branch out. Your guys' last video about starting a betting ring.
How much do we win? Let's say if we bet $100 that Biden drops out. How much do we win on that bet?
$30.
$30.
Oh, that's not good.
But that's
So we gotta bet 300.
Yeah, we gotta parlay and see. Also pick who's gonna replace him at the.
Bart, did you watch tape on Biden?
Nah, not yet. You know what? We're fucked. We're fucked. We're good.
I think we should have led the charge with that. I know we could bet. I barely found out we could bet on politics.
Kid, you can. But we have to. We have to go to Canada.
Well, Vegas doesn't take those bets.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's unpatriotic.
No, I'm not saying that.
So we should do it on Patreon.
Stupid.
We'd have to go like Cuba or some shit.
I didn't know that.
Well, it's not like traditional betting markets that I've seen have this.
We gotta go see a guy, basically.
Oh, a mafia has to do
You
it.
can't go to BetMGM.
That's what I was thinking.
it's not a
Because I was like, I would have done it at the Red Rock or whatever.
We gotta go to a door that has one of these.
He's at the sportsbook. It's like, hey, can I do the odds
Give me Biden to drop out, and give me Biden drops out and gets a killer book deal. I'll take a parlay.
I thought we could do that.
Check Bovada.
You can bet on anything somewhere.
Yeah, who's gonna? But yeah, we gotta fucking deal with the mafia.
Why don't we just bet against another show like ours that has the opposite opinion?
Like the Young Turks.
Yeah. And then just bet them the money.
Other podcasts.
So is this our money?
That's our money, yeah.
That was from the last fight.
Yeah. Well, I can't distribute it yet because we got to break a couple hundos because we made too much.
We gotta roll it into the next bet.
Yeah,
We're gonna roll it in.
yeah, we're gonna roll it.
Roll it in.
Well, the next one, we're just sending Steve whatever money we want, right?
Yeah, but we're gonna roll that in, but then we're gonna tell Can that we all put money in, and then he's gonna put more money in it.
He's gonna pay our fees.
Yeah.
All right.
Someone's got to pay the fees.
Can's always paying our fees.
And by the way, no, you're not giving me whatever sum you want. That makes it so hard for me to fucking figure out what's going on.
Doesn't matter, just
No, we're doing the even bet. We ride together. That's the whole thing.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. I'm not using an abacus to figure out how much you guys need.
Abacus.